Hello and welcome back to the 10th Pint Podcast. We're here with me, Lucas Normal and Beefham.
Right, what?
And today we're here with professional footballer Kyle Jameson. How are we, mate?
Right, boys, you alright?
Good, mate. So to get started off with, I'll explain who you play for, and what position you are and how we got started.
Just signed for Tranmere last week. Been in on trial there since the start of pre-season. It's going well at the minute, like.
How did you get into footy then? What was your first sort of memory?
What is it now? What is it? 3 or 4 usually get into footy now, innit?
Yeah.
Probably around 4 started kicking a ball, really, like every kid does, don't they?
Yeah.
And then from there, just kind of kicked on. You get into your little kids and start playing with your mates and that, don't you, at 5?
Yeah.
And then from there, just got into a little team and just kept going like that. I was younger, like.
What age did you join the academy?
I was at Liverpool when I was 7 for about a year, I reckon, and then went to Everton at 8. Was there for 4 years. That was good. Everton's a good little setup. We moved to Finch Farm, so it went. Where did they used to?
Belfield.
Belfield, yeah.
Weren't great there, was it?
Nah, that was where's that? West Derby, wasn't it? Something like that.
So.
Yeah. So Finch Farm came, didn't it? Was that around that time, and just up and down there for 4 years. To be fair, it's decent though. Then after that, stopped. Got released at 13, and you know what? Fall out of love with it.
You got released by Everton.
Everton, yeah. So moved from Liverpool to Everton.
Yeah.
Was there for 4 years and got released. Went to a couple of clubs on trial.
What clubs did you go to?
One I can remember the most is Preston.
Yeah.
And they weren't having me. They were set with the left back, and just kind of from there just fell out of love with footy. Stopped playing. Went to school for 5 years. Just went through high school. Went through sixth form.
You just didn't play for that 5 years?
Not didn't play, but I played Sunday League, you know what I mean? Played Great Crosby, a few Crosby teams, Southport, and then got into the county.
Yeah.
I actually missed out when I was at Everton for Sefton, which...
That's mad if you think about it now, isn't it?
That still baffles me there. Mates,
I wonder what half the kids that were playing for Sefton are doing now. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, everyone walks into school with them, the ties.
With the ties, you remember them in school? Yeah.
Only one day he's knocked out, and I was like,
Yeah, did you think you were better than them though? Not like an egotistical age, but just
I think it was just got released from Everton, and it was like, you've been in an academy, you know how to play, and the lad that got in over me was one of my mates at school, and I was like, have you managed to get... I must have done something wrong. There's 15 lads go there, and 4 go there, and it was like, right... You 4, you haven't made the cut, and I was like,
yeah.
I was like, that's it for me. I'm just gonna stick to Sunday League, just play for fun. And
did Everton give a reason for releasing you?
I'll have to ask my uncle that. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, did he not tell? Oh, yeah, he wouldn't tell you.
He must have told me, but I can't
Yeah.
remember back then what it was. I don't know if it was. I think a lot of it came down to. I think I had a bit left on my contract, but I was doing great at school.
Yeah.
And you had them report cards, don't you? You're not doing well on this.
Yeah.
I weren't doing great. My mum's a teacher, so she was like, right, you need to focus on your school, because you know what footy's like. You need a backup, don't you?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Is that reinforced to you as a kid? About footy might not actually be a career?
I think that comes from your family.
Yeah.
I think if they want you, they can see the bigger picture, don't you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just... Right, going to an academy, boss, but at the end of the day, no, not everyone makes it, so you need a backup plan.
What players you playing with then, at that age? You say 13, you were at Everton?
My age group was, Morgan Feeney,
yeah,
Anthony Evans, Chris Merry, who, funny enough, he's at Tranmere.
Yeah.
So when I went into Tranmere, he was there, so what is it, 5-6 years down the line now, playing again with him. A few other lads. It was a decent little team, but at that age, they have your 2 players, don't you? 2 or 3 players who you
can tell.
You tell, yeah. They've put all the focus on, and then build that team around you, and you know if you're not the ones, you know what I mean. Like
who were
at the
them
time
players?
it was like your Anthony Evans and your Morgan. There was another kid called George Whitf. Actually, he was decent. Like,
is he still playing?
No, I don't think he's playing anymore.
Mad.
I think he had a lot of injuries and fell out of love completely with it, which is a shame because he was decent. Like, you look at some of the players in League Two and you're like,
who's Morgan Feeney at now?
It's at Carlisle. I think he's the captain this year. And Anthony Evans was just being promoted to League One with Bristol, didn't he, last year?
Didn't he go abroad for a bit? Like Belgium or somewhere like that?
Somewhere
like
that.
Waregem.
I think it was in the German.
Yeah,
it was Bundesliga, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, you're right, actually, yeah.
The bottom team there, but don't know, must have done alright. He came back, didn't he? Went there.
Yeah.
Then they were struggling, actually, Bristol Rovers last year.
Yeah.
And he went in. Well, looks like he went in and then something changed or something like that, and they started.
Yeah.
They flew, and then that last game of the season where they won
7-0, that was crazy.
They had to
That
score 7.
What happened there? I didn't.
Who was it? Northampton were winning 2-0 against Barrow, and one of the Barrow lads scored to make it 2-1. Northampton scored again 3-1, so it was like the goal difference was just 7 to get promoted, and Bristol were 2-0 up first half, had to score 5 second half, and they went and did it when they scored 7.
Do you know what I reckon? There's something a bit dodgy about that.
They played,
that's our words, not yours.
They played Scunny, didn't they? And there was about 6 or 7. They were already down, weren't they? Scunny, so I think they played a few. I think the keeper was about 17.
Yeah.
So it was like, seemed to be like every shot went in, but they're not going to complain, are they?
That is mad. Imagine the euphoria of that. Like, imagine being part of that.
Like, Northampton, I think, thought they had it in the bag as well. But did well like last year.
So moving on, did you go to? I think did you go to Chelsea or West Brom first, or Southport?
Chelsea.
Did you go
No,
you've gone from Sunday League? Where have you gone after that?
Yeah,
like
so I was playing Southport 18s. I'm mates with the coach. Actually, he's the year above his decent little team. We got together, like won a load of stuff around there, and it was like in training. It was doing this thing like finishing drill and I used to play on the wing or striker. It was so it was like shooting. You do a recovery run. I was half lazy back then. I was like, I don't want to like try and centre half. I'll just stand there and try and defend them, so I'm not moving that much. And it just like something clicked, and I was decent. I was decent playing at the back. Like, no one really scored anything like that. And then we played Liverpool County, and what was it? I think we beat them. I think Southport beat them, and I played decent. So they come up to me after and was like, "Do you want to come and play for Liverpool County? Like, where do you live? Blah, blah. Do you make the cut into the county?" I was like, just about like in front of me, just made it. Played there for I think it was a year, but the manager at the time was part of an agency, so he Tempest, it was called at the time, and he liked the look of me. He said, "You've got a bit of potential there. Like, can I try and come and work for you in that, and try and get you a few trials places?" Got me in at Blackburn. They were like, nah at the time. Got into Burnley. Like, I like to play out, and Burnley just hoof. He said he's not our type of centre half that we're looking for.
So that's all the way through the academy. They have that sort of ethos of playing football that way.
Burnley must be.
That
was at 18, and it was like header, kicker, and you're like, at this day and age now, like, teams want to play out, don't they? So, but they've done well. What is it, last season?
They've only just gone down, haven't they?
They're hard to break down, so
if
they want that. I went for that, and then went down to Chelsea and had a trial for a week. Did all right. Must have done something right.
Yeah.
Stayed for another week, and they said, "Yeah, we'll offer you an 18-month contract." So I was like,
"You must have been made up because you've gone from like one end of the spectrum there to."
I was working in a Chippy in Formby, working in Foot Asylum in town and a bar in Formby at the time. So like, I was working, enjoying myself, like in sixth form at the time, doing all stuff like that, going out, whatever. And and it was like all of a sudden you got a bit of money, and more than money than what I was getting at the Chippy and stuff like that, and kind of from there it was like you're gone from out of footy to back in, like you half switch on a bit. Like, don't take the piss a bit.
I'm telling you what, you must be like one of the only people ever to give the reason for leaving a Chippy to be signing for Chelsea.
No, I mean,
what was everyone saying there?
To be fair, you know, love that job.
What did you say? So when you handed your notes in at the Chippy, saying,
no, they
in a bit of sign for Chelsea.
They were good. They were like, I was like, listen, like, I've got trials here, trying to get back into the foot, and that they said, go and smash it, like.
Yeah.
So, signed there at 18. It's a hard team to get into that. Couldn't get in.
Yeah.
My age group, well, Mason Mount. Everyone who's playing in the first team now is my age group. So, like
Gallagher and that?
Connor, Reece, all them were like our changing room when I first went in.
Yeah.
You know, when you go down to places like that, you think, like my first day when I was going, I was like, are these going to be like big time? Like, people like looking down, humble group of lads. Like,
that's mad.
You wouldn't think it. Like, going down there, I was like, London, you know what people like from London, like, but everyone there was like dead nice, and like it is run like proper. The only thing I'd say is like it's 3 sections, Chelsea, so you've got academy, first team, and women's. Yeah, like, you'll never really see the. You're not in the same. Not even in the same building. Is it Cobham? They're training. Cobham, yeah, lovely place to live. Like, I can't lie about that, but it's not like a footy. You know, when you can see the first team, you're inspired to be. I want to get that changes, or it's not like that. There. I think that's like, better. Better. Yeah, like, being around. Like, if there's a move to West Brom, then 18s, 23s, first team, all same building. Yeah, like you want to move from there to there to there. Yeah, that's like your end goal, really. Like, and then you've half done all right if you can move up through the changing rooms, kind of. In footy, you know where you stand really in your changing room. But they still like the 3 you've just mentioned, Gallagher, Mount and Reece James. Did you know they were going to be professional? Were they that much better than everyone else, or is it not really like that at that age? Nah, they were good. I'd say players there, I thought, like fucking out there. Yeah, they're top players. Them like Mason, Kyle Jameson. A lot of people say he's the best you've seen in an academy. Who's that? Hudson-Odoi. I was going to get to my next question, but you've beat me to it there. On a training with him, like, I've never seen someone run at some pace but can keep the ball glued to his foot. You haven't got a chance. I didn't have a chance. What you do there? Just trying to, like, knock him off his, like, stride or something. Like, how'd you defend against it? You know what I mean? Shit. Down to the ground. Nothing else you can do. Like, he's unbelievable at running with the ball. Yeah. And, like, I thought he'd have more of a chance in the Prem last year, or especially when Frank was the manager there. Like, I thought he would have played more. Like, he's a good player. I think he had a bad injury, didn't he? Tell you what, he'd be a cracking loan sign for us at the minute. I think he needs to get out of there. But how old is he now? Like, he must be getting. He's 3 years below me. Oh, is he? So how old are you? 23. 23. Oh, is he still only 20? I think he's only 20. That's mad. He's younger than us, love. That's mad. Wow. He's 20. I don't think he's 21, yeah. Do you think sometimes being that good at that age isn't necessarily... I feel like you can peak too early in football. If you look at like even Rooney, like, he's what was he retired at 32, 33? Same like, age, I think Ronaldo's younger than him, or older than him. Ronaldo's like 4 years older than him. Oh, is he? That's mad, that, isn't it, if you think about it? I don't know about peaking too early. Like, I feel like the money side takes more than if you're going to peak. Like, if you're earning a lot of dough there, you step off it. Have you seen that happen with like quite a few lads, or? I haven't seen people step off it, like, but I haven't seen them as hungry as probably wanting to get that big contract. But I think if you've got a load of money there, 5-year deal, you're set for life. Do you know what I mean? Like, with the money that they give out down there, it's like silly money, innit? Why do you think some do though? Why do you think some do keep going even though they've got all the money that they'd ever need, really? What makes them different? I reckon it's your background. Yeah, me. I reckon it's your family.
Yeah.
Like if you've got a family that's on you 24/7, like, yeah, you can have all that dough, but we'll take 3/4 of it. You can keep that.
Yeah.
You actually haven't got that money, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
They've only got a little bit to spend with. They'll keep you grounded.
Yeah.
That way your family will keep you grounded, and the moment, like, you set everyone up, don't you? You set the whole family up if you keep going. But I think people just, if you enjoy it, you play your best footy, do you know what I mean? When you're not enjoying it, that's when you struggle. Like,
have you ever been at a point where you're just thinking, I don't actually enjoy doing this?
Few times, like,
Yeah.
Few times. It's like, if you're left out the squad, someone's playing in front of you and you're like, why are they playing in front of you?
Yeah.
And when, like, if other lads say to you, I thought you were going to play today, or why is he playing in front of you? Like, you're asking the wrong person. Like, you are thinking in your head like you do nothing wrong, but you don't know what managers are looking at.
Yeah.
Like, they could be looking at the littlest things. Like, you could do everything right in training, but it'd be like, you're sloppy around the place, or like that. Managers are weird.
Do players ever get let off for being like that? I think there's like stories,
sloppy.
isn't there? Like Aguero, apparently you never trained well, but you do it on a Saturday, so it's alright.
I think if you're established in, I think if there's lads saying League 2 or something, and they don't train Monday, Tuesday, train Thursday, train Friday, and then play, like, if they're consistently 8, 9 out of 10 every Saturday, got to play them, haven't you? And if you're scoring goals, if your striker's scoring 3-4 goals a game, or always scoring, he's top of the Liverpool. They could afford to leave Salah out of training Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
His mentality is to train. I think that's how you're going to be the best. Like, if you keep going and keep going. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so do you know when you're 18 months at Chelsea, what would you say your highlight was?
Living down there. It was nice down there. I think just me training again, full time. I think for me, like, not playing and just playing. I think we trained Thursday and played Sunday or something. You know, when it's Sunday league, like, you have one training session. I think it's like nice getting back into a routine of you're in Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice doing that. Boss group of lads, enjoy going out with them. Like, you'd go down, you'd train well, you'd go to the gym, and then all the boys go out together. Like, it's not like everyone just goes home and not everyone goes out, gets like a Nando's or whatever, go play top golf. It's like, it was good, like a family down there, do you know what I mean? And even like the staff and that, they have people, when you first go down, like, looking after you. It's like when I went down, it was like a man called Samper and a man called Jack, and they'd look after you. You need anything, you give them a ring. They're like, what do you call them?
Liaison officer,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And they just look after you. You need any help, they're there.
Do you have any contact with, like, sort of, what were the coaches? Because who we got now at Everton? Not Jody Morris.
You got him?
No, it's not him, is it? What's his name, lad? Clements.
Oh, yeah.
Was he there at the time? Paul Clements, is it?
No, Jody was my coach at 18 though. Jody Morris.
Was he, yeah?
He was our 18.
Was him and Lampard always had quite a...
They played with each, did they play with each other?
I think he, I think he must
just
have.
overlapped or something like that.
Yeah.
But he was our coach, and
What was he like?
decent. He's a good coach. Like, can't really say anything too wrong with down there. Like, it's such a club that's run. You can see by, like, the first team and that. Like, it's a well-run club, which most teams higher up you go, they're going to be spot on. Do you know what I mean? Training sessions are fun. Sharp.
Yeah.
Never, like, you go from like your League 2 and that, and then you'll watch your training. If you watch your training session at like under 23s, top academy, like, it's fast. It's you haven't got a time. Like, there's nowhere to hide. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you'll get found out if your touch isn't right. And I always remember, like, the standard, like, even like the mini games, you lose, you're running. Like, it's already, like, you're 18 and you don't want to lose because you don't want to be in the forfeit, or like, it was mad like that. Like, always a forfeit on everything.
Were some of them players getting into the first team then and then like dropping back down to train, or Was Hudson-Odoi must have been around?
He wasn't.
No.
He wasn't. I don't think at the time, obviously my age group was the 18s. I think a few of the 23s were. So, like, I don't know if they were in and around it. They might have gone up if they needed numbers. Who was the manager at the time? Conte.
Yeah.
So, like, he was, their team at the time was...
Do you ever see him around, or...?
Not around, like, that's what I mean, like...
See, that's a bit mad. That must feel like you're not actually playing for them. You're playing for, like, a part of Chelsea, not...
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if he came in or you're walking out and the first team are walking out with you and you just go to different pitches, you're mourning around it, but there it is, like, separate. It is separated, and I don't think that's the way it should be, like, personally.
Yeah.
I think it should all be one complex.
I think Liverpool done that, didn't he? But now they're both in Kirby together.
That's what I mean. So, like,
yeah.
the kids can even if you're, like, under 12s and that, and you're seeing, like, Salah or someone walking in, you're like, we need to push on, and, like, even the parents will start saying, like, yeah, we can move our kids up there. When they were at what's the old training ground called? Melwood. You're not seeing anyone separate. It's just, it's pointless. You've got no journey or vision to see where you want to get to, cause they're not there.
I think there's a reason that the Chelsea have done that, though, like, because you see a lot of Chelsea's, like, youth academy players, there's like 40 odd out on loan every season. And they still make money on them when they sell them, but they never seem to...
They never put them in, do they?
A lot of them go to Vitesse Arnhem, but they used to anyway.
Vitesse, is it?
Vitesse Arnhem,
in Holland.
Yeah.
I think if they go on loan and they do well, you've got a great chance.
Yeah.
If you go on loan there and you don't do the best, unless you've got, like, a 5-year deal, it'd be hard to, like, go back to Chelsea. You keep getting loaned out.
Yeah.
Like, for example, was it Vitesse? Mason got Player of the Year there.
Yeah.
That stood him in great stead to come back. Then where did he go? Derby,
yeah.
Did well there as well.
Do you always, when I think of him at Derby, I always think of him shushing the Leeds fans in the playoffs.
That's what he did.
Yeah. Well, when Lampard was manager, actually, yeah.
The son, aren't they? Them two.
Who's the best player you've played against?
Probably not last year. Was it last year? Last year, I think. Played Brentford in the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup for Oldham.
Yeah.
Got battered. 7-0. Worst defeat I've ever had. It was, what's his name? Wisser. Is it Wisser? Who does the thing like that?
Yeah.
He scored Athy. Hat-trick against us, and it was like, we just got battered.
Was he like proper good?
We thought, we didn't think it was like Brentford, like, they've just came up, that they might not play like that many strong players. Got into it, and it was, there is a level between, like, Prem and League 2. They're bigger.
Yeah.
For one. Like
physically? Physically
bigger. Like, everything's just 10 times faster. They know the pass 2 passes before it gets to them. Whereas, like, we might know the pass 1 pass before it gets to us. They'll know it 2-3 steps ahead, and it's just the movement and everything. Like,
was Tony playing?
I'm not sure if he came on or started.
Yeah.
But that whistle was like, he was fast, he was busy.
I think he scored against us. He scored a flick header.
He did.
Yeah.
And then he sat there, didn't he? Like, you just like, but nah, he was decent.
Yeah.
He was decent.
In terms of, like, stadiums, is that the biggest stadium you've played at then? Brentford's?
In, like, a competitive game?
Yeah.
Saying
that Tranmere's, like, for this season, that mustn't be
20 odd, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think you know what it was? I think it was Oldham Bradford. I think they got 17,000 or something there, which is big for me. Like,
they've got quite a big ground, haven't they, Bradford?
I've sat on the bench in a big stadium, but I didn't get on. But playing, probably Bradford.
Yeah.
It's Prem, innit? It's a Prem stadium if you're being realistic, like, and they bring everyone.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that's a massive derby. Oldham Bradford.
Is it?
I don't know why.
That's mad, because Oldham's like Manchester way, is it?
It's like North Manchester, yes. So
yeah.
It is half an hour from Bradford, but it's like, it's usually Oldham.
Who was Oldham's, like, were they their main rivals, yeah?
Bradford at the time, yeah, until I think Rochdale got relegated.
Yeah.
And then it was Rochdale, but Bradford was still like 17,000, and you're like,
Mad that.
It's a good atmosphere.
Do you think about that when you're like when you're playing? And say there's more fans there. Does that put you off anymore, or
no, not really. Unless you hear something get shouted about you, but nah. Like,
what's the worst thing you've ever heard shouted?
Or the funniest?
I've never. I can't hear it. Me
Just
playing.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'm just zoned out.
So like
just
white noises, eh?
Like, you'll hear it, but you're just like, you're so concentrated on the game, like you probably just zone it out.
Yeah. So after Chelsea, you went to West Brom.
Yeah, that was good. I loved it there.
Yeah.
Proper like family club.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before, they're all in it together. Signed there. There was a few kids out on loan at the time. Went in at 23s, kind of. You know, when like it's in the middle of you go on loan or you're with the first team or you're 23s.
Yeah.
Like our 23s team were quite young. It was quite a lot of 18s. And played every game. So from not playing once, I think I might have came on like 3 times for Chelsea on the 18s. Like that team was, I haven't got a chance. Went to West Brom, played every game for the 23s, made me captain there. Signed a 2-year there initially.
Is this scholar at that point or pro?
I never had a scholar.
Really, yeah.
Went into Chelsea, the pro, and then signed another pro at West Brom.
Yeah.
For 2 years. Played every game for the 23s. And the next year was, right, you're going on loan. Go and get some experience. It was good, yeah.
Yeah.
Since went to Barrow. It was the manager there at the time, just got in. That was his first season in managing a club. And it was in the National League at the time. And you don't really know what to expect when you go on loan. Do you into men's footy? Like, was an eye-opener at the time. Because it's so different to playing like 23s footy.
Is it harder?
I'll say, yeah. I reckon it's harder. Especially like, what age would have been? 19. You're playing against 26, 27-year-olds who are experienced in the National League. Like they don't care if you get flattened. They don't care if they're getting onto you. Like, I remember my first game, Maidstone away it was, and I think we're playing an Astro, and I've missed the ball or something, and they've gone and scored, and they end up winning 1-0, and like 23's like, all right, you made a mistake, like we'll go and analyse it the next day, and you forget about it a bit and you move on. Not when you've hit men's footy. Like, I've got Mal, who you've had on here, Steve Geno, Runes, Jason Taylor, battered me. The changes absolutely battered me. Like,
funny though.
They're playing. The difference is they're playing for, like, if they win, they might get a bonus, which then the kids can get something new, or the family, the more dough for the family. Like 23 is like, you haven't got responsibilities at all. Yeah. Like, so if you do make a mistake, you move on. Here, you can't make mistakes. You can, but you, like, if you make mistakes, you're gonna get it in the neck. And I found that out quick. First game, I was like, rang my agent, I was like they've battered me in the changes. He was like,
what did you say back? Nothing.
You can't.
Just head down.
You can't. Because you have made the mistake. So you're like, well, you're right to have a go, like, but obviously I've never been battered in the changes before, so it was a bit like, right here, you can't fuck up here again, like, because if you do, like, one, you'll be out the team. They don't care if you're on loan from a bigger club. Like, if you're not going to win them games, they're not, unless you've got something in your deal where it says he has to play 20 games. Is that a thing, is it? I think it's a thing, me. So, like, I've seen players on loan and that they've not done great. Yeah. But they still play. And you're like, what's that about? If that was the other way around, I'm out. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if... I think it's a thing. Yeah. But I'm not too sure. I've never had it in my contract where it's like, I've got to play 20 games. So. Yeah. So do you know, after that happens in the changing rooms during the next game, will you, like, improve, would you say? don't know about improved. Like, I was, I think I stayed in. I think I did well. I think we won. So it was like, you kind of forget about it. Do you know? It kind of gets forgotten about. Everyone's sound on the coach when you go back up. Like, they'll say, like, listen, not sorry for having a go, but like, we're here to win. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what they think. That's their mentality. Like, we have to win games.
Yeah.
Like, in these leagues, like, that's all they care about. Like, there is room for improvement, but you've got to win at the end of the day. Like, you get money for winning, you get bonuses for winning. Like, you go up the table for winning. The higher up the table you are in most leagues, like, the more money you get. Yeah. Which, for a lot of people in footy, like...
Is that the main motivation of like most footballers? Money? Because that's probably not nice for a fan to really hear.
I don't think it is, because, like, everyone loves... Like, I love playing footy. Yeah. I love going to work. Like, I'm enjoying myself going to work. Yeah. There's sometimes where I've not enjoyed travelling to work, and it's like... But I enjoy playing it. I love playing it. And when you're doing well as well, like, it's the best thing. Yeah. Like, what are we in? 9 till 1 every day. Yeah. Like, it's a good like life if you're enjoying it and you're playing well and you're doing well. But if you're not, like, certain people will be like, right, I've got to earn as much money as I can in 10 years. If a club 2 leagues below are coming in for me and offer me triple me things, I'm gonna go. Like, people look at it like that. Like,
that is understandable, isn't it? Though?
It is understandable, but like, I was a failed and got to pay up in that. I could have stayed in the National League or gone to Oldham in League 2. Like, I chose to take a pay cut to get into the league. Yeah. To have that experience, and I think it paid off. Like I've played a few games in League 2 now, got another League 2 club. Like, yeah, I'd rather take less money and work my way to the, like, however high you can go, League 1, Champion, whatever, like, that way. Instead
what
of
would be a success for, say, if you look back at the end of your career, what's the level? Obviously Premier League, but
yeah, everyone wants to be them, don't they?
But what would you be like happy with? Yeah,
highest I can go. Not too, like, money comes and goes. That's do you know what I mean? Like, as high as you can play. I think that's the key thing. And people I've spoke to who are not playing anymore, like they've said, stay as high up as you can. Yeah. For as long as you can. Because even if I'm in League 1 and whatever, you've got that on your CV then. You've played in League 1, you can do it in League 1, you've got this amount of games in League 1. Like, if you're taking less money on the National League, can he do it in League 1? Can he play in League 2? Like, people think about that. They look on stats nowadays, especially since COVID. Yeah. It's all about stats. It's all about stats, and it's probably shouldn't be like that.
That doesn't always tell how well you've played, does it?
Like last year, what was it? I didn't play. I had surgery on my hip. I think I played about 9 games. Like, my agent was bombing me out to clubs because I was out of contract at Oldham. And they were like, we can say that he's not played, he's not done. And you're like, he's had this, but they're just like, we've got to go off this. Yeah. We've got to go off stats because we've got to make sure that he can do it, and he can. And you're like, just look at some clips, innit? Like, you can see that I can do it. But at this, like, I think it is since COVID, if clubs can't afford to take a chance on you. They need to know. So
was that like because the clubs don't have as much money type thing? Yeah,
don't have enough dough. So yeah, they have to.
Well, surely wouldn't you have you on trial and see how you actually are rather than look at?
I think that's what clubs are doing now. Yeah. So I remember, last year I think we had 40 trialists over pre-season.
Yeah. What that like?
Mad.
Do the players have any influence on who actually gets the contract?
I don't think who gets the contract. Like,
because if someone's dead good, but they're not they're not a good lad, but someone could be a good lad, but not as a good footballer. What's a manager choosing there? Because what's better for the group?
Footy player.
Yeah.
I don't think you've got to do well on the pitch. Doesn't matter. You can be. I've seen kids that are the nicest kid in the changes, top lad, but if you can't do it on a Saturday, like, what's the point? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You'd rather someone be quiet in the corner albeit half a dickhead,
Yeah.
and go and score us two goals on a Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know about you, like, do you know, in terms for Everton, I don't want none of the players to be nice on the football pitch, like.
No.
You
Can't be nice on a football pitch. Like that's why, like, Coleman, that's why I'm not as big as fan. Good pro, good footballer, boss, but like, he's never in the referee's face, he's never in no one's face and that. I really need that.
You do. You need at least, I'd say in a footy team, you need at least 4 top pros.
Yeah.
Who look after the group. If you don't have that, we had last year, I think we had 2 or 3 like experienced lads who were on us. I think if you had a team full of that and that hunger and desire, like, your team will just go up and up and up, because mentally they know what they're doing. Like, some of the young lads, they think, we've trained with the first team, we've done that, like, great, like, take our foot off the pedal now. Doesn't work. Like, you get found out there quick. That's what you learn.
So do you know what West Brom, as you were talking about, like, were you sort of going into the first team then? And what level were they then? Were they Championship or Prem?
The year I went on loan, so I went on a season-long loan to Barrow, and that year they got relegated, which was like, you know, when you sign for a team, you are follow the team, do you know what I mean? You want them to do well, because they do well, I'm sure you'll do well. And it weren't the case, really. It didn't. So going from 23s, train with I did pre-season with the first team. I think the manager at the time was Darren Moore. The 23 season, it was Pardew. So I signed when it was Pulis, then it went to Pardew. You're at Pardew, haven't you?
Everton? No.
I can't imagine our fans to take the Pardew.
No.
Palace had him, didn't he? I think he's been West Ham, he's been loads, hasn't he? Yeah.
What was he like, Pards?
He involved the 23s a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave a few of us, like, I travelled the first team, blah, blah, blah. Sit on the bench. Like, I sat on the bench in the Prem for against Southampton. Mad experience.
Yeah.
Like, full Hawthorns. Was training in the morning, and then the 23s guy was like, you need to get down to the stadium, like, they want you
that's mad, that.
Did you only find out that morning?
Yeah, so I was like,
mad.
Rang my mum and was like, do you want me on the bench in the Prem? So she's got in the car and drove down from here, like, and made kick off. It was just like, it was nice for her to see me on the bench. Didn't actually get on, but like warming up at half time, stuff like that.
Were you nervous about going on? Yeah.
Shit in one. Like,
I imagine.
It was half like buzzing he didn't call me, but nah, it would have been good to get on. But it was a big sold out, because it was Cyril Regis.
Yeah.
His like Memorial Day as well, like, because he passed away, so all like the shirts were embroidered with him, and so it was like a good one to get to. But the week before was Liverpool away. He took one of the other lads, 23s. I was like, would have been Bosco in there, but it was they got relegated that season, so it was like, I think there was 5 or 6 of the 23s who were up on contracts. I was one of them, and they were like, listen, like, because I was thinking to myself, I've played like 25, 26 games for Barrow, I've done all right.
Yeah.
There's lads that who are still there now who didn't even get like 1 or 2 games on the first loan. So I was like, decent, could be in here. And they were just like, I think there was like 3 defenders, centre backs at the time that got cut. And they were like, obviously we've been relegated, can't not afford to have you on, but everything gets cut, doesn't it, when you get relegated? Like, TV, shirts, everything gets cut. So they released me, and probably should never have gone from, in a way, Premier League club, aren't they, West Brom, to National League. But at the time, it was like, the agent I had, like, did boss for me. Like, look where he's got me back into footy, he's got me Chelsea, he's got me West Brom.
Yeah.
And like, in a way, I was half loyal. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got people saying, like, he's not doing the best for years, but I'm like, look where he's got me. I'm back in the game in a way. So I'd never let him go where I probably should have gone. Listen, like, you've done boss for me. I need to go with someone else who because it was a new agency.
Yeah.
So I don't think he had as many contacts as, say, like these agencies have. So I went to Fylde and signed a 2-year there, and really, like, if I had the agent I've got now, I could have probably gone League One or League Two earlier on. Whether or not, it probably would have been better for me.
Yeah.
Is that full time at Fylde?
They were full time.
Yeah.
At the
Didn't they get
time,
taken over by and like so they had like an owner with a lot of money type
I don't
thing?
know if I was there when he was there anyway. His
Yeah.
name's David something, and clown. Honestly, he's not a nice. Looks beautiful from the outside Fylde, but
Yeah.
inside, I mean, the lads were boss. Gaffer was good.
Yeah.
He's just gone to Stockport actually. He took me there, good gaffer, but I just think it was he ran it, do you know what I mean? It weren't like, he didn't really want to fund. He was arrogant.
Yeah.
Like, side of the tops was 2022. Like, they got to the playoff final, they lost against Salford. Salford went to League Two that year. He's got 2022 painted on the side of the shirts
Yeah.
to say that we're going to be in the Football League by then.
Yeah, you can't be doing
That's
stuff
putting
like that.
pressure on that.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
so what year would have that been? 2020. Yeah.
That's a bit
You've got
weird,
2
that,
years
isn't
to
it?
get to the Footy League.
I'm telling you what, though, that's every team's team talk done against that team, isn't it? Like, look at that owner there.
I know,
Just getting that on the side.
I spoke to a few other teams, and they said, like, these are just, like, they can't stand standing.
Yeah.
That year, COVID got relegated. So,
2022 did nothing.
was kind of off the cards a bit there. Like,
Yeah.
I think they've still got it on now, to be fair. I don't know why. They're in National League North now. But got a few mates there, so still keep in contact with.
Yeah.
Good lads. But should never really have gone there from West Brom.
Yeah.
Which is probably
That is
the
quite
only
a big
criticism from that old agent. Probably,
Mm.
what is that? 4 steps, 4-step
Yeah.
drop. Like, probably should have gone into the league.
Yeah. Is there a big gap between even the Football League and the National League in terms of like skill and stuff? No.
No, I don't think. I don't know about League One.
Yeah.
I'm mates that play in League One. I think the top of League One and I think the bottom of League One and the top of National League.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that much difference.
Yeah.
I could be totally wrong, but from what I've seen in the last few years, I don't like. If you played Stockport against who was bottom of League One last year, Crew.
Yeah.
Look at them now; they're both in the same league.
Yeah.
I feel like you see
I feel
it.
like it's just the same. And top of League One, I think that's where you get
Yeah.
starts to quicken up.
You can see like a lot of back-to-back promotions, can't you? Or they get promoted and get playoffs.
Just
Like,
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Don't need that this year. Don't need Stockport going back to back. Yeah, I don't think there's that much of a gap, to be fair. I think
Yeah.
it's all
So then what happened next after filing?
COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 years. What was it? Thought we were going back in. Didn't go back in. Got to pay up off them. Wasn't to get out of there.
Yeah.
So happy to leave.
So were you not even training?
At the time when COVID hit,
Yeah.
I think everyone thought we were going back in 3 weeks' time, didn't we? Like when
Yeah.
they stopped the leagues.
Yeah.
Then it got to a point where it was months, wasn't it?
Mm.
I moved in with my mate, did a bit of gym with him, just kind of, because I'm an only child, so it was like just me and my mum in the house, and it was like, right, I'm gonna go and live with my mate
Yeah.
for like a few months to live with him, and that was it's good, like keep you company. Did a bit of gym, like got a load of weights because the clubs kind of dished out their equipment, do you know what I mean, for the lads. So did that, and kind of stayed fit that way, just with someone.
Yeah. You doing like, was it more fitness or was it like you were actually doing like football work as well, or?
There ain't too much footy work. It was kind of just go and do some runs, get on a bike,
Yeah.
do some weights. more like cardio stuff, really.
Yeah.
Like, we tried to get on the footies, but how much can you do with just two of yous? Like,
Yeah, it's true.
You can only start twatting the ball about. Yeah, just gets silly, doesn't it? But then they restarted, didn't they? But it was pre-season, so like they scrapped everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like everything just ended, and then it was like basically just restart. And I went in on trial at Oldham. I had Oldham and I had Scunny, and I did well at Oldham. It was cool at the time. The gaffer did quite well, but my agent at the time was like, "This is a new agent I've got at the minute," and he was like, "Are you sure you want to go into here?" Like, he's dealt with the ownership and whatever before. He's like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I know my competition. I've trained with them. I've 3 weeks, and I can see you. I've got to kind of move out the way to try and play." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll sign here." Yeah. So sorted that out. I think it was about 6 months down the line, and it started to like click, and it was like, I see why my agent didn't want me to go in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It got to the point where you're like, the owners are kind of picking the team.
That's mad.
And I don't. Gaffers shouldn't listen. They should listen to the owners, but there's only so much they should listen. Not
most of the owners aren't football people, though, are they? So
well,
yeah,
the older ones weren't. They were just like their own companies. Do you know what I mean? I think it was they wanted a hobby.
Yeah.
And we'll buy a footy club. Like, but I don't know. It wasn't ran the best. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kuhl got sacked. New gaffer came in. I think it was at the time it was Keith Cale. Used to have Northampton. He took a liking to me. Played when he came in. I played every game towards the end of the season. So racked me numbers up, as I said before. It's like stats. You need stats. So if you can play as many games as you can, do it.
Yeah.
And new season came. He was like, right, this is at the end of the season. We had end of season meetings with him. And it was like, I remember him saying it was one thing. He was like, just writ off 5 things. It was like, are you the fastest you can be? Are you the strongest you can? I was like, yeah. No, yeah, and yeah. And he was like, right, let me rephrase this. No. Yeah, I'll give you your fast. I'll give you that. No. He was like, this is going to be the toughest pre-season you're ever going to have. I was just like a few of the boys were listening out through me. We had a car school, and we were just laughing on the way back. They heard everything, and I was like, it's nothing you can say to a manager, is it? Do you know what I mean? You kind of just take it on the chin. Got back in that pre-season fit, to be fair. Did well in it. Yeah. And but he brought a few of his own lads in, because he was starting the season. Did me hammy. Yeah. In training. Ruled me out. And then I had surgery last year on my hip. So I was kind of just ruled out that season. Yeah. And then played towards the end when we had 3 gaffers when I was injured. Said bye to one. Yeah. New one came.
What's it like being injured though? Are you still involved? Are you going in every day still, or?
With me hammy I was, yeah.
Yeah.
At the time we had a good physio. Credit to him, to be fair. He sorted me out. But with a hammy it's always mental. It's in your head. It'll be fine. And then you'll feel something. Yeah. And you're like, nah, it's not right, it's not right. And then I was worrying a lot about my hamstring. So I was like, can I get this rescanned? Got it rescanned, there was nothing there. Yeah. But it's just in your head that something's there if it goes again. Because they are painful. Don't wish it on anyone, to be fair.
You tear or pull?
Tear.
Oh really? Yeah.
High tear, yeah. One off having an op on it, to be fair. That was just chasing someone. Yeah. Chasing someone in training.
Hudson-Odoi.
It's actually Ben Garrity, it was. It's faster than you think. And it's just got sniped. Just fell to the ground and you're like, oh.
Is that the most painful injury you've had?
Yeah. The hip was sound.
How did you do your hip?
just over time.
Yeah.
It's just like deteriorating and like cartilage and all that. So I had that operated on. Got Oldham to pay for that. Like, I'm not paying for that.
That's how they should, though. Does
Yeah,
some people have to pay for their own?
In my head, it was right. The surgeon was like, "You'll be lucky if you carry on playing footy the way this is going. Like, it's deteriorating quick. Your cartilage, you're losing it. Like, you've got tears in there and that. But you don't know if surgeons just say it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna miss the season here. This is my last year in Oldham. I need to play games to get out. Or you take the op and you miss the season. I was thinking to myself, like, if I miss it, play a few games, is a team going to want to sign me if I'm injured with this hip? If it does get worse? No. Have I got the funds to pay for the surgery if push comes to shove at the end of the season? No. So I was like, right, I'm going to have the op. And, like, it worked out, like, being the best thing for me because it's fine now. Like, I've cracked on. I got 10 games at the end of the season. I've got a new club now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think if I didn't have that op, would have been struggling at the minute. Like, so I think everything happens for a reason, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Footy, like, so buzzing that I had that done.
So, like, moving on from that, like, you've now signed for Tranmere. What's like? Did you not get offered a new contract or Oldham, or was that like up to you?
Well, we didn't know, to be fair. I was summer started and they had some meetings, but a few of the lads couldn't make it because they already went away. And I was texting one of the boys, like, have you heard from the gaffer or anything like that? I was like, nah, not yet, just waiting. And then 3-4 days, I'm in America at the time. Like, tweet comes through and it's like retained list. Like, we haven't heard anything yet, and all these names are coming out, and you just see your name on Twitter, and you're like,
that's crazy. That, you know,
do we not get a shout or anything like that to say that you get something? And me and one of the lads were just like, right, well, we know now, like, we're not there, so crack on. Do you know what I mean? Trying to find a club, but
that's so unprofessional.
Like, even like a Sunday League side, probably like
even just like a little text saying, listen, like, it's not gonna be going forward with us. Like,
you're essentially losing your job in a way there.
Losing my job, and all I asked for was sorry, we're not gonna offer you something new. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't have to have a hour-long conversation. But
did you ever go back to the club to pick any bits up from, like,
I need to pick my shirt up, but I can't be asked going to Manny yet. Like, can't be asked doing the drive. Maffy just going over the water there at the minute. So next time in there, I'll go and get me, because I'll see some of the lads anyway, and see the kit man and that. Boss fella. But like, the difference between Tranmere and Oldham, like, even just the setup at the minute. Like, first day I went in there, and, like, it's a proper club. Not saying Oldham's not a proper club, because look at the history they've had. Like, it's a big club, Oldham. They shouldn't be in the National League, but, like,
is that what they're in?
Yeah, because they got relegated last year, and like they shouldn't be there for the size of the club. They've had it tough,
their fans, haven't they? Like,
they've had it tough. They shouldn't be there. So it's a big club, but like, everything's like, it's switched on. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to lose. Like, they're on it this season.
We're on it. Like a well-run club.
The last 2 seasons have been 2 points off the playoffs every time. Yeah. Don't know if something happens, but just like pre-season, everyone wants to do well. No one's slacking. Yeah. Like, recovering well. Everyone's getting, like, the sports scientists, the physios, the gaffer, everyone's on it. Like,
so was the goal this season automatics?
Yeah. I think that's what he's changed the system. He knows what he wants to do. And it looks like there's no. The system. Yeah, it suits me. It suits me better. I enjoy it. We've done well this pre-season, to be fair, as a team. I think it's quite a new team. I think we've done. I think there's about 8 new signings added into it, so it's quite a new team. Obviously, they got rid of a few experienced lads last year. Like, Spiro's gone to Liverpool, hasn't he? Sorry for some, that, innit? Going back there, but this year, I think for us it's like automatics, or at least up there, like, with the team that we've got and stuff like that. don't think he expects anything less. And if you're doing bad, he'll let you know.
Yeah.
But the way he's a good man manager, if you're doing well, he'll let you know.
Yeah.
So some clubs, they just want to batter you. Some players can't handle that. They need to be like, yeah, you did well there, but here, do that better. Do you know what I mean? And I've already had that, and I've only been there 3 weeks. Yeah. Like, he's telling me, this is what you need to do. We'll work on it together. Like, you need a gaffer that can say, like, together we'll work on it. Yeah. Like, he'll pull you and say it. I think that's the difference between them. Like, I feel like it's well run. Obviously, they've just got new owners today, Oldham. Yeah. So hopefully they can go back in the right direction where they need to be. So,
what's your personal goals for this season then?
This season, I play as much as I can, enjoy it, and we need to, like, be up there, be in a winning team. For me, like, what is it? Last 3 years, I haven't been in like a successful team that's up there, and it brings the mood down, like, round the place. Like, if you're flying high, you come into training, you're buzzing, you're like, let's keep pushing. Yeah. When you're at the bottom, it's like fucking hell, lads, like, we're here, like, it's a bit, I need to be in, like, and I feel like this season we'll be up there, and, like, if you're winning, you're enjoying, aren't you? Yeah. Like Forest Green last year, they're winning. Yeah. Like, they're enjoying it, they all smile on their faces, like, sitting top of the table, they won the league. Yeah. Didn't really dropped off when they got automatics. Yeah. When they went up, didn't they?
Would you rather win the league, or would you rather have that day at Wembley where you go up?
Win the league.
Yeah.
Straight off. It's too risky. It's too risky going to. You're saying you win it at Wembley?
Yeah, you win it. You go up regardless. So, like, you win the league or you win at Wembley, and you've got that day at Wembley, the fans and the playoffs, innit?
I think just winning it.
Yeah.
Straight off the back, winning it.
You're the best,
automatics.
I suppose.
You're the best in the league. You're not. I'm not saying you're going to scrape through the playoffs, but in a way, you have scraped the playoffs, don't you? Because you're all as good as each other around there.
Yeah.
If you're top of the table, you've done well. You've deserved to win. You've got a cup.
Have you scored a goal as a pro yet?
Yeah, 2. Scored 2. Scored 1 with my head, and 1 with my shoulder. But I say it was my head. 2. It's a good feeling to score, especially when one we won, 1 we lost. So it was like the one we lost. I think it was 4-3. We lost, got an assist and got a goal.
Yeah.
The one we won, probably the best game I played. And to be fair, like, out of position, played right of a 3. Like, I'm usually left. Yeah. Scored a goal, 1-2-1. Like, it couldn't have gone any better. Do you know what I mean? And it was my first game back in after injury, so I was like, yeah, I can push on from here. Like, it's a good feeling, especially when you've scored and you're like, you can actually celebrate, put the music back on it. I don't have one. I wanted one, but I had got jumped on, got dead quick. So I was like, rather than celebrate,
sit on the floor like that,
get absolute stick for that.
Do you know like the manager at Tranmere? Does he set goals for defenders or anything like that, or of any clubs which have been there?
Sheets and stuff like that.
No, but obviously I don't think he personally sets them. I think that's just you need to do anyway. Like, for me anyway, like. As a defender, you want to keep a clean sheet. You've got more chance of winning, haven't you? So I think his goals are what he's got laid out in his head of how his team wants to be. It's like his goal might be, we want to play out from the back. Like, that's what he wants. And if he can see his team doing that, he's like, yeah, tick. Do you know what I mean? If you do it well, tick. I think if we nail on what he wants to do, like, we'll do well. Like, what he's learned for, like, the last 6 weeks. Being 6 weeks, what he's ingrained in us. Like, if it comes off and we master that, like, it'd be hard to stop.
Yeah. Have you been stopped much when you've been over the water, like by like Tranmere fans or anything?
No, but they're dead boss, aren't they? I like them. Yeah. I like them. They're nice. We've always got time for fans if they're nice to you. Do you know what I mean? Like. I've had bad like people on me 24/7 from Oldham, Like, signed for Tranmere and they're still at me.
Why is it you think that, like...
I don't know. I don't know if it's because what happened last season got relegated, like, but I weren't even playing for 6 months, do you know what I mean? So I got thrown in at the deep end. Yeah, play game against Salford. Like, you're starting today. Yeah, first game, first start back. If we win, we've got another chance to stay up. If you lose, you get relegated. Yeah. That's one to go back into, innit? I don't know. I haven't done anything to them. Yeah. But Tranmere fans seem boss. Like, got a good following. Like, proper supporters. Like, fill the ground, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that'll help us.
Stand behind the goal. I think they called the cop, innit?
Yeah, they called the cop.
Massive.
Yeah. And they fill that, don't they? Yeah. So, like, I can't wait to play, like, in front of them all in the area and that. Hopefully, like, if we're doing well, everyone loves you, don't you? But I've always got time for...
Would you rather score a goal to win the game or make a last minute off the line clearance to still win the game?
Yeah, off the line clearance. Yeah.
Rather defender.
Got a massive smile on my face there, innit? Imagine that last kick and you just say, you're like, yeah, fucking that'll go down better than the goal. But it is good scoring a goal. Like, should score more.
Do you have any goals for that? Like, how many goals you want to score? Is it more just like defender, like stats that you want?
I think for me, I want more defending stats. Like, I want to keep more clean sheets. I don't want to get beat that easy. Yeah. But if I can out down the other end up, score a goal, like you score, like as a defender, you get moves if you score goals. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like if I've done all right, but I've not done great, but I've got 7 goals this season as a centre back. Yeah. Team will go, like, we can work on his defending. He can score his goals down the other end. Like people get moves off it. But nah, I think I'd rather keep more clean sheets and be solid at the back than...
Who's your favourite defender of all time?
All time?
Yeah. Hibby?
No chance. Do you know what, like, I just like him a lot. Matip. I like him. People don't see it. People see the Van Dijk and that. I say to me mates, like, Van Dijk's good. Yeah. But Matip does all his work for him. Like, he gets in the position. Yeah.
Do you want Van Dijk just better position though? So he doesn't have to do as much work?
I don't have him, mate. When we watch it with the boys and that, I say, like, I'm not having him.
You're not having Van Dijk?
I'm having him, because obviously look at him.
Nah,
like,
neither are we.
Nah, I'm a red, by the way. No, like, he's unbelievable. Like, he is good. He is very good. But I just feel like Matip does certain things better than him. Like,
that's interesting, because you never think that from someone that doesn't, like, you know what I mean, not in the game.
Like,
that's mad.
Van Dijk's got the diag and that, but Matip will run through your team and slip a pass, you know what I mean? Yeah. Do you think Van Dijk can do that?
Probably can.
I don't think he can, mate.
Nah.
But I think he's unbelievable. I think he gets a lot of cover from Robbo and Matip. Yeah. But I do think he's top class. He's the best defender in the world. But I think Matip is.
It's interesting for us to hear that though from like a centre half.
I've always said it when my mates battered me for it. They say like, "What are you on about?" Look. Yeah. And like, he'll do one pass, and I'm like, "That'll be on his reel. That'll be on his thing. That'll be on Insta." And like, you don't see Matip doing that, do you? True. Matip's like me. That's why. I'll try and step in him.
You watch in like the Premier League, and you just think, how is he playing for a Premier League team?
No, because they've all must have done something right. Do you know what I mean? To get to the point where they are. I think some people shouldn't be at the level, but they must have done something right, or just getting dead lucky. Yeah. Either getting dead lucky with your career and you're drifting around doing well. But most centre backs are decent, aren't they? I think if you're coming up against a naughty front three, like, you're gonna be fucked, aren't you? You come up against our front three. Well, last year, I don't know about this year. You're in trouble, whatever you are. Yeah. Like City's, they've got a good back line. Let's be real. They still get battered by us. Do you know what I mean? Like, they'll still get walked through. But I think they all must be good. They all must be very good, like, at what they do, because they wouldn't be there. And I think you do get found out if you're not that good.
Yeah.
Because she'll be leaking goals.
Yeah.
Like, you've just got Tarkowski. haven't you?
Yeah,
Solid
Tarkowski.
as a
He's
rock.
good. He's good. He got relegated, but he's good. Ben
Yeah.
Mee, they're good defenders. Like,
Pickford
they're
got relegated.
solid.
I know he's a keeper, but he got relegated with Sunderland. I was
Hate
like,
him.
Yeah.
Can't stand him.
Good player though.
Can't stand him.
Why? Why do you not like
I wouldn't have
him?
him. I wouldn't have him as an England number 1.
No, come on.
No
Who's
chance.
your love?
Pope.
Pope?
Yeah.
No way.
Honestly, I can't. I
His
can't stand
distribution's
him.
awful. Pope. Good shot stopper, but
It's mad because Pickford for England's unbelievable.
yeah.
For yous, he's absolutely
Do you reckon watching us every week? He's one of our best
Yeah,
players.
same.
team's poor, innit? They're ever poor, aren't they? Nah, but I just can't stand him. Can't stand him.
Do you have any superstitions before you like play or anything?
Nah, I don't. You know, there was one a few years ago. It was just what I ate, and I ate a carbonara. I don't usually like eat that much before a game, but I ate a carbonara. I think it was from the Italian by ours, and it was I played well. Since then, I just eat carbonara all the time.
Mad, you know.
Like, I just always that's what I'll have before a game, but I don't eat loads of it because I feel like I'm too heavy. I can't run if I eat loads. You see these people, like the last year must have had like 100 grams of pasta on his plate. And I'm like, how are you moving after that? And he'll eat it all, and you're like,
How many hours before the game's that like?
probably eat about 12.
That's still... So if you have a free, that's like that pasta's still there, isn't it?
No, it might be a bit earlier than that.
Yeah.
No, I think it's about 12, around 12. And you're like, I'll have a piece of toast and a banana or something like that, and feel I'll half be hungry, but I know I'll be able to like run, and I won't feel heavy, and I won't feel sick and that. Like, do you know what I mean?
If you ever proper needed like a burst or anything when you've been on the pitch?
Yeah, I think so.
What you do? You can't just run off, can you?
Jason punched into the
I
against us,
just
didn't he?
thought that then, yeah.
Nah, I'll just think about something else.
Yeah.
I think about something else. I'm usually all right with me bladder, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think there's been 1 or 2 times where I've needed it, even if it's in the warm up and that. Like, you're mid warm, you're like, I'm gonna have to go, you know, like.
Yeah.
The worst is them the caffeine. You have too much of that, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're in trouble, and you're like, your belly's there, and you're like, you look at the clock and you're like 75 minutes, and you're like, I don't know, you know if I can last there, but too much of that's not good for you.
Yeah.
You're up all night and that. Like, Tuesday night games, you're up till Wednesday at 3 in the morning, just off them shots. But nah, that's
It's
all.
like Vardy, he has like, what does he have? He has like 4 Red Bulls, like a coffee before the game
That's
and
a
all that.
friend, doesn't he? He's mad, him.
Bouncing off the walls.
I know.
Done well though, innit, with it?
He has, to be fair.
I might have to start having 4 Red Bulls and stuff, and he's done well though, hasn't he?
So before we get finished up, what piece of advice would you give to someone that, like a young footballer?
I think just do it for yourself. Like, don't worry about anyone else. Like, if your mates are going to the top, or your mates, like, people around you are flying high, like, once got told there's not one way to the top.
Yeah.
If your journey's a bit slower than your mate who's just gone straight there, you're both going to do well. Do you know what I mean? Yours might just be a bit slower. I think just do it for yourself. Like, don't worry about what anyone else like feels. You know what I mean?
It's like Vardy, we've just been speaking about him. He was, even Ian Wright, he was 22 when he turned pro. Drogba was only 22 when he turned pro.
Was he? Yeah.
When did he sign for Leicester, Vardy?
He was the first £1 million player, weren't he, from non-league?
What age was that?
I think he's about
26.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Look at him. He's won a Prem.
Like,
I think he scored 100 goals in the Prem as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, look how slow his journey is, but he kept going.
Yeah.
Just, he did it for himself, and look at him now. He's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Like, he's playing for Leicester. Like, seeing their new training ground, like, he's living life. Like, just take your time, but focus.
Yeah.
I think just do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, self-discipline, do you know what I mean? Don't worry about go and be with your mates, go out, but like, don't take the piss in a way. Like, focus on your footy as well.
Yeah, so I have three more questions. So let's say Tranmere get through to the third round of the FA Cup. Who are you wanting in the draw?
I have a dead easy team, all the Reds away.
Not Everton, so you can try and score past Pickford.
The Reds away, just to play Anfield, do you know what I mean? Or like, we had it where it was Fylde, we got an easy one. We were like, National League North, lower, or something like that. I think we got to the third round, we got Sheffield away.
Yeah.
And we lost 2-1 against them. But like, they were the Prem, but you're like, when you're looking at it and you're watching it, you're like, please be like, if we're going to get Prem, get a big team in the Prem.
Yeah.
Either get a big team in the Prem or get like a lower league team. Because you either want to experience, don't get me wrong, Sheffield, like boss ground and that, good to play. But you want to play like your big teams, you know what I mean, at the big stadium. It's even worse if they come to you. Imagine getting Liverpool at Fylde. Like, it's for the club as well. Like, they get dough.
It's better playing at the Premier League ground.
Experience, innit? Well, like, who doesn't want to play there? Like, so, question like Liverpool away, or get through again. You know what I mean? And you got more chance of playing again.
Yeah, we have a new question on this. It's name one random Premier League player.
The most forgotten one. Everyone go, wow.
Random.
I asked my mates before about this because I was stuck, and we came to the conclusion of Arshavin.
Arshavin, 4 goals against.
He was a problem.
He was unbelievable. I seen him play for Zenit against Everton before he signed for Arsenal as well.
What score was that match, lad?
1-0. Arteta scored the pen.
That was chaos. Arteta missed the pen, lads.
Fumble that there.
He was when he scored 4, I was like, in that goal kick.
Yeah. That game was 4-0.
I know.
Score 2 or 3 as well.
Mad players back then, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Ben Ayoun. Who else was there?
Kite. That looked good.
It was a decent team though. It was shit, but it was a decent team. If you look back now, like them players, they were top players, weren't they? But nah, Arshavin.
Who are you having as yours, lad?
I've seen some good ones on this, like Tarab and that.
Yeah.
Like you see videos of him and you're like, oh, he was decent in there.
That's all Matt Jarvis, lad. Winger, lad.
Where's that Hull?
He's at Wolves and West Ham.
Was he?
And not a Chippy.
Yeah, it was orange.
Julio Arca.
Is that lads?
Play for Middlesbrough.
Never heard of him. Never heard. He's forgotten, that's why, isn't he?
Yeah.
I rate that.
You just made that up.
Always a player, you know.
Never heard of him.
It might have been Turkish or something like that. I think he played against Everton in the quarter-final of the Cup where we won, and then we went to Wembley in 2009.
Did you win?
We had won the semi at Wembley, never in the final, look.
I still have nightmares over that final, lad. Yeah.
So, on that note, is there anything like, do you want to promote your social media or?
What's your favourite pints?
Sorry.
Can't forget that.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm like, you know what? When I go like the racing, I'm a Guinness Black.
See, I'm on
you
Guinness.
Do you drink that? Do you drink it?
I went to Ireland like about 2 months ago and I like it. Yeah. Not a black one though.
Just pure, it's too bitter. Either that or just like a Corona. For me.
Yeah.
Like standard in it. Yeah. I'd rather a Guinness like. Bit of spirits if we call it the Spirit Podcast. Nah, but
so nice one for that, lad.
Nice one for having me.
You want to promote your social media, where people find you?
No, it's not. No, I'm alright.
All the best for the new season.
Yeah.
So, nice one, boys.
Thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We hope you enjoyed it.
So.